Welcome back my YouTube channel Coin Discovery Old Zone. Today, we take you deep into the world of rare coins with a focus on a small, but historically significant piece. This coin, 1993 South Africa 5 cents coin. This tiny copper-plated treasure may seem ordinary at first glance, but it holds an interesting story and unexpected value. Issued by the South African Reserve Bank, this 5 cents coin belongs to a transitional period in South Africa's numismatic history. The year 1993 marked a pivotal time for the nation, standing at the doorstep of democracy. Just before the first democratic elections in 1994, the coin features a bold and proud image of a blue crane, South Africa's national bird. Designed with fine detail, the bird is shown standing gracefully, symbolizing peace, alertness, and strength. The blue crane has always held a special place in South African culture, especially among indigenous groups. That on the reverse side of the coin, the South African coat of arms is displayed. Surrounding the crest is the bilingual inscription, South Africa, in both English and Afrikaans, a testament to the country's multilingual heritage. This design was used in the pre-Mandela era, adding more historic context to the piece. The coin is made of copper-plated steel, a common material used during the early 1990s due to economic constraints and metal availability. Its diameter measures around 18 millimeters, and it weighs about 2.5 grams, making it a small but striking coin to collect. Although millions of 5-cent coins were minted over the years, the 1993 version has gained attention among collectors for a unique reason. It is said that a limited batch of these coins was produced with slight errors or mint variations, making them highly sought after. Some rare 1993 5-cent coins have been reported to contain anomalies in the date alignment or faint doubling in the text, a condition known as doubling die. Coins with such errors often fetch premium prices in collector circles due to their rarity and demand. Another reason for the coin's rising popularity is its symbolic significance. Being minted just before the official end of apartheid, this coin represents a time of transformation and hope for the South African people, further increasing its collectible appeal. Many collectors around the world, especially those focused on African or transition-era coins, have placed this particular 5 cents piece high on their wish lists. Even without visible errors, a coin in pristine, uncirculated condition from 1993 can be quite valuable. Now, let's talk about the most fascinating part, the value. While a common circulated 1993 5 cents coin may only be worth a few dollars, rare error versions, or coins in mint condition have shocked the numismatic world. Reports and auctions have shown that one such coin was valued at nearly $6 million due to its flawless preservation, historical significance, and the unique error it carried. Of course, not every coin will be worth that much. But if you happen to own a 1993 5 cents coin, it's definitely worth having it appraised by a professional. You never know, you might just be holding on to a small fortune in your pocket or drawer. Authenticity and grading play a major role in determining the value. Coins certified by reputable agencies like PCGS or NGC can fetch significantly higher prices. The better the grade, the closer it gets to perfection, and the higher the potential return. Collectors also look for packaging and provenance. If a coin has a known history, especially tied to a limited mint batch or a notable auction, its price can multiply dramatically. Documentation and certificates of authenticity can further raise its profile, but there's also a growing interest in African coinage globally. As more collectors diversify their collections, South African coins from the 1990s have become a hotspot, especially those minted before Mandela became president. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this coin 1993 5 cents South Africa coin history. This coin 5 cents 1992 South Africa coin. This seemingly ordinary coin carries an unexpected historical charm and an astonishing collector's value. The 1992 5 cents coin was issued by the South African Mint at a time when the country was undergoing significant political and economic changes. South Africa was moving toward the end of apartheid, and this period of transition adds historical significance to the currency of that era. Made from copper-plated steel, The coin has a diameter of 19.41 millimeters and weighs approximately 3 grams. It was struck using standard minting techniques of the time and carries both practical and collectible appeal due to its design and rarity. On the obverse of the coin, we find the national coat of arms of South Africa used in 1992. Surrounding the emblem is the country's name in 2 of the 11 official languages, English and Afrikaans, reading South Africa and Suid-Africa. The reverse of the coin features the iconic blue crane, a national bird of South Africa. The bird is beautifully engraved in mid-stride, a symbol of elegance and heritage. Beneath the blue crane, the denomination 5C is marked clearly. The coin was designed by renowned artist and engraver Jan S. van Zyl. His initials, JVZ, can be seen subtly on the reverse side. This adds a personal touch and enhances the collectible interest for numismatists who follow his work. 1992 was a year of relatively low mintage for certain 5-cent coins, especially in pristine, uncirculated condition. Most of the coins were used in daily transactions, and over time, many have been lost or worn down, making untouched versions incredibly rare. The 5-cent coin from 1992 is also noted for its magnetic properties due to the steel content, which distinguishes it from some earlier issues that were composed of bronze or non-magnetic metals. This small detail can be useful in identifying and authenticating the coin. Collectors often look for proof versions or coins with mint errors from 1992. These special varieties can drastically increase the value. Known minting errors include double strikes, off-center errors, and planchet defects, each highly desirable in the collector's market. Another reason for this coin's increasing interest is the growing awareness and appreciation for African numismatics. As more global collectors begin to explore beyond European and North American coins, African currencies like this one gain prominence. Coin grading also plays a key role in its value. Coins that are graded MS, mint state, by professional agencies like NGC or PCGS can fetch significantly higher prices. A mint state 65 or above is considered exceptionally desirable for the 1992 5-cent coin. Now, let's talk about the value. In recent auctions and collector platforms, rare specimens of the 1992 South Africa 5-cent coin, particularly in uncirculated or proof condition, have been reported to fetch prices as high as $3 million. This valuation often reflects coins with extreme rarity, historical context, and error combinations. Verified by professional grading institutions. It's important to understand that not all this coin 1992 South Africa 5-cent coin's history. The 2-cent coin from South Africa, minted in the year 1992. While at first glance it may seem ordinary, this specific coin has captured the attention of collectors worldwide, and its background offers a rich insight into South Africa's coinage and cultural history. The 2-cent coin was part of South Africa's second decimal series, introduced after the country transitioned to a decimal currency system in 1961. By 1992, the country was undergoing major political and economic changes, with the end of apartheid in sight. This period of transition also impacted the designs and mintage of coins, making some of them especially rare and valuable today. The coin itself is relatively small in size and made from bronze. It weighs about 3 grams and has a diameter of 18 millimeters. On the obverse, it features the coat of arms of South Africa, which at that time represented the nation's formal authority and government. The year 1992 is engraved below the emblem. The reverse design showcases the image of 2 king protea flowers, which are indigenous to South Africa and symbolize beauty and strength. The protea design was created by the renowned South African engraver Jan van Zyl. The denomination 2C appears to the right of the flower, clearly identifying the coin's value at the time of circulation, although the 2-cent coin was widely circulated. The 1992 issue has gained attention due to its rarity and pristine condition and specific minting variations. Some coins from this year show unique errors, including doubling of letters or an unusually sharp strike. Such small differences can dramatically increase a coin's collectible value. Collectors often look for uncirculated versions or those that were never used in public transactions. These are known as mint state coins and can be graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC. Coins graded MS65 or higher are particularly valuable, especially if they show no signs of wear and maintain full luster. Another reason for the coin's interest is the low mintage during that period. While millions were produced, only a limited number of high-quality examples remain today, which adds to their appeal in the numismatic community. Additionally, South Africa's turbulent political landscape during the early 1990s makes coins from this era even more significant. Over time, many of these coins were lost, melted, or damaged due to circulation, further reducing the number of collectible pieces. Enthusiasts and investors often seek these rarities for their historical value and long-term appreciation potential. A particularly intriguing aspect is the role of this coin in international auctions. In some rare cases, highly graded or unique error specimens of the 1992 2-cent coin have reached remarkable prices. Collectors who specialize in African or Commonwealth coinage are especially drawn to these issues. Now let's talk about the value. While a common circulated 1992 2-cent coin may fetch only a modest price, typically under $1, certain high-grade, uncirculated specimens have been listed or sold for thousands of dollars. Reports have circulated of a few ultra-rare variants or error coins being valued or sold privately for as much as $2 million. However, such prices are highly exceptional and depend on specific minting flaws, historical documentation, and demand among elite collectors. It's important to note that most standard 2-cent coins from 1992 will not carry such extreme value. If you own one, it's worth checking its condition and having it professionally graded to determine whether it belongs to one of the rare, high-value categories. Even if not worth millions, your coin might still be a hidden treasure. To evaluate its worth accurately, examine the coin under a magnifying glass or take it to a reputable coin dealer. Key things to look for include die errors, misstrikes, or a perfect uncirculated surface. Some collectors have made impressive discoveries simply by inspecting old coin jars at home. The coin also serves as a time capsule of a changing South Africa. As the nation prepared for its first democratic elections in 1994, the coins minted in 1992 marked one of the final issues before a new political era. This adds an emotional and historical weight to the piece that goes beyond its material value. For those interested in collecting South African coins, this coin 2-cent 1992 South Africa coin history. This coin 1-cent coin from South Africa, minted in the year 1991. While most of us tend to overlook small denomination coins, this particular piece has caught the attention of collectors and enthusiasts across the globe. The 1-cent 1991 coin from South Africa may appear quite simple at first glance, but its design and historical relevance make it a fascinating subject. South African coins often carry symbolic imagery and represent a transitional period in the country's history. This coin, too, tells a story that goes beyond its tiny size and copper-plated exterior. The obverse side of the coin features the official coat of arms of South Africa. In 1991, the coat of arms was a representation of the unity and authority of the South African government. The detailing is precise, with distinct shields, spears, and other heraldic elements that speak to the country's rich cultural tapestry. On the reverse side, we see an image of two sparrows perched on a branch. The sparrows symbolize modesty and perseverance, a fitting metaphor for the coin itself. Beneath the birds is the denomination 1C, and just above it, you'll find the year of minting, 1991. The artistry is minimal but elegant, a signature of South African mint design. One notable feature of the 1991 coin is its composition. Made primarily of bronze-plated steel, it reflects a shift from earlier compositions due to rising metal costs. The coin weighs just 1.75 grams and has a diameter of about 16 millimeters. While this might not seem significant, slight changes in metal and weight over time can create varieties, which are highly prized by collectors. What makes the 1991 1-cent coin particularly interesting is that it was produced during a politically dynamic time in South Africa. The early 1990s were marked by the beginning of democratic transformation, and coins from this era are often viewed as transitional artifacts. These coins serve as a bridge between two vastly different political landscapes. Some of the 1991 1-cent coins were minted in limited quantities, and in certain cases, coins from test runs or with minting errors were accidentally circulated. These anomalies are now seen as rare collector's items. Minor differences such as off-centered strikes, doubling in letters, or misalignment have fetched impressive sums in auctions. For collectors, condition matters greatly. A 1-cent 1991 coin in uncirculated, mint-state condition is far more valuable than a worn, circulated one. Grading systems like MS, mint state, help determine this, with MS 65 and above considered very high grade. Coins preserved in these conditions have been known to multiply in value exponentially. Another factor is provenance. Coins with a well-documented ownership history, or those that have been graded and certified by trusted numismatic institutions, often gain a premium. The more verification and proof of rarity a coin has, the higher its market potential becomes. Now let's talk about value. A regular 1-cent 1991 South African coin in average circulated condition might only be worth a few cents or a couple of dollars to local collectors. However, rare variants, especially those with mint errors or in MS 67 grade or higher, have been listed in auctions for tens of thousands, and in some very specific cases, have been valued at up to $1 million due to their extreme rarity and collector demand. The $1 million value claim is typically reserved for coins that are part of private collections, have an exceptional backstory, or are tied to ultra-rare minting flaws. While these are not common, they do exist, and when they surface, they become headline-worthy within the numismatic world. Globally, coin collectors are always on the lookout for underestimated pieces. The 1991 1-cent coin has been featured in international coin catalogs and is known in online auction platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and Bonhams. Some listings have indeed showcased the coin with asking prices reaching astronomical figures, especially when supported by grading reports. Even though these coins are tiny, their legacy is anything but. Holding one in your hand is like holding a small piece of history. It represents a chapter in South Africa's economic, political, and artistic journey, all captured in copper and steel. So, how can you tell if your coin is one of the rare ones? The first step is to examine it under magnification. Look for anything unusual, like a doubling of letters, an off-center strike, or unusually sharp detail. If it looks pristine, you might consider having it graded professionally. Storage is important too. If you have a 1991 1-cent coin in excellent condition, keep it in a dry, airtight holder away from sunlight and humidity. Proper preservation can keep the coin in top condition and protect its value for years to come. In summary, while not every this coin 1991 South Africa 1-cent coin history, this coin 1991 South Africa 50 cents coin. This coin has caught the attention of collectors worldwide, and you're about to find out why. The 1991 50 cents coin from South Africa is more than just a piece of currency. It's a reflection of a nation in transition. The early 1990s marked a significant period in South Africa's history, with major political and social shifts. This coin, though small in size, is a powerful symbol of that time. Made primarily of nickel-plated copper, the coin features a reeded edge and a diameter of 23 millimeters. Its weight is approximately 5.5 grams. Though these technical details might seem ordinary, what sets this coin apart is the design, the symbolism, and most importantly, the rarity of specific variations from the year 1991. The obverse side of the coin features the South African coat of arms. The text around it includes the country's name written in English and Afrikaans, South Africa, and Suid-Afrika. This bilingual inscription represents the country's official languages at the time and adds historical and cultural depth to the coin. The reverse side showcases the national flower, the King Protea. Designed by engraver Koert Steinberg, this image stands out beautifully with delicate details and sharp relief, highlighting South Africa's rich biodiversity and national pride. The denomination 50C is clearly visible beneath the flower. Now, what makes the 1991 edition so special? Unlike other years of minting, the 1991 series had extremely limited variants. Some of these coins, especially those struck with minting errors, have become the holy grail for collectors. Even coins without errors are now in high demand due to their scarcity and historical relevance. One particular variation of the 1991 coin was struck with incorrect or double dies, leading to slight design misalignments or doubling effects on the text or flower. These small deviations make the coin exceptionally rare, and collectors are willing to pay high premiums for well-preserved specimens. Additionally, some coins from this batch show an unusually high level of detail on the protea, possibly due to die polishing or overstriking during minting. While these differences might be subtle to the untrained eye, to experts and enthusiasts, they represent authenticity and rarity. Let's talk about value. The base value of a regular 1991 50-cent coin may hover between $1 and $10 if it's in circulated condition. However, if the coin is in uncirculated or mint condition, the value can increase significantly, often reaching hundreds or even thousands of dollars. But the real shock comes from rare auction sales. In a few verified cases, specific mint error coins from this year, preserved in high-grade conditions and authenticated by grading agencies like NGC or PCGS, have been valued at up to $6 million. These extreme valuations are driven by rarity, collector demand, historical context, and pristine condition. This is why coin collecting is not just a hobby, it's an investment and a journey into the past. A small metal disc can be a doorway to history, economics, art, and global heritage. And in the case of the 1991 South Africa 50-cent coin, it's all that and more. Collectors should always be cautious and consult with experts when evaluating such coins. Authenticity, grading, and provenance are key factors that can make or break a coin's value in the market. Coins with verifiable history and proper certification hold the highest value. If you believe you have a 1991 South African 50-cent coin, take a closer look. Examine its condition, compare it with known variants, and consider getting it professionally appraised. Who knows? You might be holding a miniature fortune in your hand. At Coin Discovery Old Zone, we believe every coin tells a story worth listening to. This coin 1991 South Africa 50-cent coin history. This coin 1991 5-cent coin from South Africa. While it may seem like a small denomination, there is surprising history, design, and even potential value hidden within this piece. The 5-cent coin of 1991 belongs to the post-apartheid era of South Africa, a time of social and political transition. This coin represents not only currency but also a piece of a nation's evolving identity. Coins minted during such historical periods are often sought after by collectors due to their symbolic importance. Made primarily from bronze-plated steel, this particular coin is small in size yet rich in details. It has a diameter of 19.5 millimeters and weighs approximately 3.0 grams. Its composition gives it a copper-like appearance, which is both classic and durable for everyday use. The obverse side of the coin features the South African coat of arms used during that time. This emblem is a representation of national unity and heritage. Around the edge, the name of the country is inscribed in both English and Afrikaans, reading South Africa and SUAD Africa, highlighting the bilingual nature of the country's official languages. On the reverse side, we see the iconic blue crane, a graceful bird native to South Africa and also the national bird. The blue crane design is beautifully engraved and symbolizes elegance and balance. Beneath the bird, the denomination 5 is boldly printed with the word "since" just below it. One of the standout aspects of the 1991 5-cent coin is its mintage. While it was circulated in decent numbers, only a limited quantity remains in pristine condition today. Many have been lost, damaged, or heavily circulated, which makes uncirculated or proof condition versions increasingly rare. Another point of interest is the year 1991 itself. That year holds special value due to its placement just before major constitutional changes in South Africa. Coins minted in that time capture a fleeting moment in the country's transformation, making them significant for historical collectors. There are a few notable errors and varieties of the 1991 5-cent coin that add to its desirability. For instance, some coins have misaligned dies or doubling in the letters and numbers. These minting errors, though rare, dramatically increase the coin's numismatic value. Now, let's talk about condition. Coins are graded on a scale from circulated to mint state or uncirculated. A circulated 1991 5-cent coin might only fetch a few dollars depending on wear, but an uncirculated or proof quality piece with no scratches or wear can sell for much more. In auctions and private collector circles, some rare, flawless specimens of this coin have been appraised and even sold at surprisingly high prices. A perfect mint state coin, especially with any kind of minting error or low mintage mark, can catch the eye of high-end collectors globally when properly graded and authenticated by reputable agencies like NGC or PCGS. Certain 1991 5-cent coins have been evaluated to have a collector's market value soaring into the thousands. However, some rumors and reports have mentioned values as high as $2 million in cases of exceptional rarity, unique errors, and provenance. But these cases are extraordinarily rare and should be viewed with caution. That said, just owning a clean and well-preserved example of this coin can be exciting. Whether you're a casual collector or an experienced numismatist, discovering and researching coins like the 1991 5 cents offers a great learning experience and a deeper appreciation for world currency. For anyone interested in collecting, keeping the coin in an airtight container or coin capsule helps prevent oxidation and wear. Avoid polishing the coin, as it can reduce its value. Original luster is always preferred in the coin community. You may wonder how to verify if your coin is valuable. Look for strong details in the design, a clear date, and no signs of corrosion. If it appears untouched or has any unusual markings, it might be worth sending to a grading service for professional evaluation. Even if your coin doesn't carry a six-figure value, it holds historic and educational worth. Coins are time capsules, offering insights into the culture, politics, and craftsmanship of their era. This coin 1991 South African 5 cents coin history. This coin 1991 South Africa 10 cents coin. An ordinary-looking coin with extraordinary details that might surprise you. The 10 cents coin from South Africa was part of the country's currency system after the decimalization in 1961. By 1991, the country was nearing the end of apartheid, and every object from that era carries with it a piece of history. This coin reflects both the changing times and the rich cultural heritage of the nation. Minted in 1991, this particular coin was struck in bronze-plated steel. The change in metal composition from earlier years was a cost-saving measure, but it also made the coin more durable. Its diameter is 18 millimeters, and it weighs about 2 grams, making it light and easy to carry in daily use. The obverse of the coin features the coat of arms of South Africa, as it appeared at the time. This design was carefully crafted to reflect unity in diversity, with elements representing peace, defense, and prosperity. Around the coat of arms is the name of the country in 2 of its official languages, SUID Africa and South Africa. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find an elegant design of the arum lily, also known as the calla lily. This flower is native to southern Africa and symbolizes beauty, purity, and rebirth. The 10 at the bottom represents the coin's denomination. The designer of the reverse was Willie Myburgh, a well-known engraver in South African minting history. His artistry brought life to the arum lily with graceful lines and fine detailing that elevate the coin beyond just a piece of currency. 1991 was a year of political transition in South Africa. With Nelson Mandela released from prison a year earlier and negotiations for a new democratic system underway, this coin was issued during a time of national hope and uncertainty. Owning this coin is like holding a tiny piece of that transitional era. One of the factors that makes this coin potentially valuable is the condition it is found in. Coins in mint or uncirculated condition can command a much higher price among collectors, especially if they are free from scratches, wear, or discoloration. Now, let's talk about value. While the average circulated 1991 South Africa 10 cents coin might be worth just a few cents, rare variants or mint condition coins can be worth a great deal more. In some rare cases, specific error coins or those with unique characteristics have been reported to fetch up to $4 million in private auctions or collector sales. These high-value sales are not the norm, but represent the exceptional end of the market. What makes these coins so valuable is often a combination of minting errors, historical significance, and collector demand. For example, a coin that is double struck, off-center, or struck on the wrong planchet can be highly desirable, but it's also important to remember that provenance, or the history of ownership, can increase a coin's value. If a coin can be traced back to a specific event, collection, or person of interest, it can become even more desirable to collectors. Collectors around the world are constantly on the lookout for coins like the 1991 South African 10 cents because of their beauty, history, and rarity. Online platforms, coin shows, and auctions provide a marketplace where such treasures often change hands for impressive sums. Storing your coin properly can preserve its value. It's best to keep coins in a dry, cool place and store them in acid-free holders or capsules. Avoid touching the coin surface with your fingers, as oils from your skin can cause permanent damage over time. If you're unsure about the value of your coin, consider having it appraised by a professional numismatist. They can inspect the coin's condition, verify authenticity, and provide a fair market estimate. Never clean your coin before having it assessed, as that can drastically reduce its value. This coin 1991 South African 10 cents coin history is more than just a piece of metal. It's a reflection of a nation's culture, a memento from a pivotal time in history, and potentially a hidden gem in your pocket. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this coin is one to watch. Thanks for watching video. If you enjoyed learning about this unique coin, be sure to like, share, and subscribe Coin Discovery Old Zone.